Hi YouTube, Steven here. Coming to you today on kind of an overcast but pretty nice day here in Iowa. I will tell you that it's a crew of people over there roofing a house, so you're going to hear some hammering and some voices and whatnot. They're about the next block over, but I can see them up there working hard, so you'll hear that. But, come today, I got a few things to talk about. Oh, housekeeping, of course. My Marvick Mountain Man pipe, one of my very favorite Umpal pipes. Beautiful, beautiful rustication, perfect green stem. I just love it. Got a cup of coffee, some condensed milk, and a little splash of whiskey for flavor. It's Saturday morning. I'm off work. Yeah. In my pipe, I've got some Boswell's Northwoods, one of my favorites. And of course, Timber Tamper, my go-to. Squirrels are awake. Boy, they are everywhere. I actually made a little pipe knocker and had it sitting out here, and they, for some reason, like to chew on the finials of the deck, and they stole the pipe knocker. I haven't found any of it. I imagine they chewed it all up and took it to their nest, but they're pretty fun to watch out here. So anyway, main reason I came to talk is I haven't been here for a while, and I had the flu and pneumonia. I didn't get a flu shot, although they say it didn't really help much. But man, I haven't been that tired. I think I was in bed pretty much a week straight. Got some kind of sciatica thing in my leg, probably from laying too much. Missed a bunch of work. Man, I've never been that tired. I take that back. When I was in high school, I got mononucleosis, mono, and same thing. You'd stand up, hey, I feel pretty good, and boom, down you go. And that's how this felt. I just had no energy. Couldn't watch TV, couldn't read, couldn't do anything. I just basically laid there like a lump, and it was tough. So I'm back. I'm probably 95%. I've been working pretty hard at work. Spring has sprung here in Iowa as far as cycling goes, so we are very, very busy. I'm keeping up, but yeah, I feel it. It's a friend of mine had the flu, and he said about 9 weeks before he felt 100%. So, every day's a new day. So, as always, chatting, not smoking, pipe go out. First thing I'll talk about is what everyone's talking about. Sad face. Sad face. Oh, whenever the announcement was a week and a half ago or something like that. I watched Country Squire Radio's YouTube channel, and they talked about McClellan leaving, and it sounded like it was going to be pretty sudden. And I went to bed that night and woke up and was getting ready for work, and I thought, my gosh, I know how some people can really buy up tobacco fast, and I don't have the money to buy 25 tins or anything, so I better get me a little bit and see what's out there. And I got 200-gram tins of Cellar and 200-gram tins of Frog on a Log, and I had one 100-gram tin already of Cellar, so that's what I got. That's what I'll have. I jarred up one of each, and the rest I'll just kind of keep and smoke, as I can. I've got some Christmas cheer for the next couple of years, but it is what it is. I've got some Balkan Blue in a jar. But McClellan will be missed terribly. It's one of pretty much all of our favorites. Actually, Frog Morton, Frog on a Log original there was the first, and I've said this in a few people's comments and whatnot, but that was the first pipe tobacco I ever popped a tin. When I took up this hobby, I had heard a lot of people talk about it, and that's the first I've ever smoked, and I liked it, but I'd never smoked before, and I had no idea what to expect. But I smoked through that tin, and launched me into a lot of tins like everybody does, and a lot of different styles and types. And I think it was 2 Father's Day ago, or I don't recall exactly. My son gave me, and he doesn't know. He just went to the local tobacconist and bought a couple tins of tobacco, and one was Frog Morton. And I cracked that open, and I smoked through it in days, which I don't do, and it was fantastic. And so when I heard the news, that I thought about that, and it's sad, but as so many of our YouTube pipe community members have said, there's a thousand kinds of tobacco out there. And listening to a couple of people, I kind of made a list of those ones that I really rely on. And I thought, you know what, every few weeks, maybe once a month, I'll just buy a tin or two and just put it away. And that way, if the next company goes down or the next, I think the fact that we had Dunhill and McClellan at the same time, that's pretty rough. You know, that was a pretty good gut punch. So, but you know, we'll all prepare and we'll be just fine. The hobby will just be fine. So, still going. Love this pipe because boy, it can smoke. That is a great smoker. Second thing I'll talk about is most of you have been on my channel for a long time. You've known that we've been trying to get Louise's 3 kids here from the Philippines, and things have been progressing. When they progress, they go kind of quick, and it's gone 3 kids, 3 kids, 3 kids all through the process, and all of a sudden one of the kids dropped off. They got separated in the file or in the processing. So we had our 2 younger kids, and then the older one was separated, and we did for the younger 2, we did their medical checkup. They're in Manila, and then just yesterday they went to the U.S. consulate and they did their interview, which turned out to be very, very simple, 4 or 5 questions, and they passed, and they got their visa stamped, and they'll be delivered by courier. I think they say a week. You never know with how this stuff works, but now we're waiting. Our oldest son, or Louise's oldest son, John Louis, who's 19, he has his appointment April 11th. So I'm thinking middle to end of April we might be buying some plane tickets, and we think that Louisa might be going to the Philippines to pick them up. The kids, you know, it's a lot of money and a lot of difficulty to do all that, but the kids have never flown, never been in a plane. They don't know really how an airport works. There'll be some, you don't fly straight through, you know, you'll stop off somewhere, and some of the airports can be tricky. And of course, phones won't work, you know, we'll be out of communication, and if they were to get separated or whatnot, that would be terrifying, actually. So we think she might go over there, and that'll give her a chance to see family and things. But we will keep you posted. So we had a happy day. It's pretty sweet. Last thing I'll talk about is a good friend of mine, Joshua in the Woods. Texted me the other day. I think I commented on a video, and he texted me, or said on his video, text my new address to him, and we all kind of know what that means. Either they're down the block and they're going to stop by, which would be great, or you're going to get something in the mail. And I came home, actually it's been a couple nights ago, I came home, and this was at home here, and I've been like a kid just waiting till I could make a video, because I kind of like to do the video, you know, as a thank you. So anyway, let's get to it. I'll show you if I can get this down here. The only thing about an Paul is, well, you go about that far, and that's all you get. A little timer, carry on my belt every day. Actually, I think I'll lay this guy down. So, nice little package here. We'll just see what we got. Let's see, we're not going to show the address out of respect for Joshua. Now I know he's been blending up some of his own tobacco, and I suspect that might be something here. Oh, we got a note. Peaceful smokes to you, Brother Stephen. Much love, Joshua. Right back at you, Joshua. Uh-oh, boy. Now that is exciting. Joshua blended up Pirate Cake, which is my favorite tobacco, with Carter Hall, I believe, and it was he entitled it Sacred Land Mixture. And I got a little sample here. That's going to be fantastic. Thank you, Joshua. I see something else in here that was not expecting. Well, I wasn't expecting any of this, but you all know how this stuff works, so let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Well, here we go. Joshua, I'll say right now, you overdid it. So, thank you, brother. First time to see, let's see what we got here. Oh my Lord. Oh boy. My gosh, Joshua. You didn't have to do that. Glad you did, but you didn't have to do that. A beautiful, beautiful custom built. Look at that. Look at the size of that bowl. My gosh. That is amazing. I could put about one of those tins of tobacco in there, I think. That is a lovely pipe. Oh my gosh. You know, when I was going to make the video, I grabbed my my Marvick pipe there, and I had a custom build I was going to bring out. And wouldn't that have been something? So, well, I don't know how I'm going to get you back, but I'll get you back. And I will cherish this. Joshua sent me some other things that I cherish, but most of all, our friendship. Yeah. I don't know what to say. With that, well, I'll tell everybody, anybody that watches my channel already knows Joshua. Joshua in the Woods. If you don't know him, get over there. Check him out.